and I'd go to my wardrobe, and I would literally, it was awful. I dreaded opening my wardrobe because I'd think, oh, I don't want to buy the next size up in things. I haven't got the money to buy the next size up in things, but I'm putting things on and I know they're going to look awful and it's going to feel uncomfortable and it's going to be tight. I was just feeling utterly, utterly miserable and out of control. And I was getting to the point where I was dreading people seeing me. I was almost grateful for a lockdown because people couldn't see me and couldn't see like the size that I'd become. It was putting a strain on everything. I was snapping at the kids, snapping at Alkesh, and well, I think I know for sure when I spoke to you that first time, I was in floods of tears because I just felt out of control. And my worry was, I'm 40 in January, and my worry was, if I'm here now, what on earth is it going to be like in 10 years' time? Okay, so I have done Weight Watchers. I have done Slimming World, beating myself with a stick for sinning.
Why not just go back to the diet clubs? Why not go back to the stuff that you'd already done, that you already know?
Because it didn't work. I mean, they might have worked short term. I'm not going to lie. I did lose weight doing them, but I felt miserable doing them. It was so prescripted that if you took your foot off and maybe had like a day where you didn't quite follow it to the absolute letter, you'd feel awful. And then it didn't allow for things like obviously your monthly cycles and things. So you'd go along and get weighed, and then it would almost be like ringing the bell of shame because, oh, Lorna's put on 2 pounds this week, tut, tut, tut. So the way that I think those diet clubs are like putting a sticky plaster on an open wound. So for a little while, it looks okay, but you know that plaster is coming off at some point. Whereas with you, it's a long-term fix. I'm not going to lie, when you first think about how much it's going to cost, you think, oh my goodness, that sounds like a lot. But Adam, that has been 6 months and I'm fixed for the rest of my life. So I could have gone on, look, I could have gone on for another 10 years going to Weight Watchers, Slimming World. Those £20 a month would have added up and added up. I would have spent more and I'd have been miserable and I wouldn't have the results that I've got now. And you can absolutely bet that the minute I walked out of that slimming club and didn't go back, it would just slide back on again. My husband had just been furloughed when I started with you. So we were really hard up, trying to find money for everything each month. Obviously I was waiting for an operation. My operation had been cancelled. I was trying to work from home, bring up 3 kids, but when is there ever going to be an ideal time? What I would say is it was the perfect storm, because if I'd carried on and had my operation and just sat around feeling sorry for myself, and it would have got worse and worse and worse. And I hate to think, I couldn't tell you, honestly, where I would have been, because it was bad when I came to you. With you, it's not just fixing the weight, it's fixing what's going on up here, changing your mindset. I mean, especially because the situation that I was in at the very beginning, I was waiting for an operation and I'd been told to give up any hope of trying to lose weight, just wait until I'd had my operation. And thank goodness I'd come to you, because I had quite a long wait in the end for it to happen. But it proved that I could lose weight. Just because I couldn't exercise at the time, I could lose weight. I've lost loads of weight. But I think what's really exciting is looking at the measurements each week and seeing that come down. I can fit in my clothes. I have to worry about what I'm wearing each morning. There's not a worry about, oh, I've got to have it all planned out, what I'm eating each day, because I'm in control of it. I know what I'm doing. People are noticing, which is really nice. And getting lots of compliments about, oh, wow, you look amazing. You look really good. Which obviously makes you feel so much better. So it's a total change. If we could see the person that called you and spoke to you that first time and compare to now, I don't think you'd recognise that it's the same person. No, I feel really in control of it now. I know what to do. If I was, and I doubt this, but if I was to have a blip, I know exactly what to do. There's no secret to this. And I don't feel like I would have a blip anymore. I even had a piece of stollen the other day. That's where we're at, and I know that's okay. But you've made me realise all of these, so thank you. And you know me. That's the thing. You know my story, my situation. I wish I could. People that sit there and say, "Oh, it's too expensive." I just want to say, "No, look." Think about it long term. That short burst, whether it's 6 months or a year, compared to the rest of your life and the changes that it's going to make, it's an absolute drop in the ocean. It's nothing. I would say you've got to ask yourself, if you really, really want it, why you're holding back. For anybody that's kind of wobbling on the fence, this is, I know when you hear people talking about things, you think, yeah, but I'm different. And I think the situation that I was in was really quite extreme. Obviously being incredibly anxious, depressed, literally having very little money, waiting for this operation, the stress of all that and the unknown. If I can do it, absolutely anybody can do it. And don't wait. Please don't wait, because it's just delaying the happiness of the results that you're going to get by another day. Don't waste your money on all these silly quick fixes. That plaster, why do that? You wouldn't do that in anything else in life. If you had a leaking pipe, you wouldn't stick the sticky tape over it, and just think, oh, we'll sort it in a few weeks. You get an emergency plumber out. The longer you leave it, the harder it's going to be for you, I think. But